Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today, I'm going to do something a little bit different, and that is I'm going to review a small Microbrand watch by the name of Reverie. Now, I have to let you guys know before we get started, Reverie did send me a free watch to review, so in essence, this is a sponsored post. However, I will give my 100% honest opinion in regards to the piece. Now, before we get started, the customary wristwatch check, and today I'm wearing the Rolex Subby, as TGV calls it, the Subby. It's the Rolex 16610 pre-ceramic Submariner, and I've got it on a Bond-ish NATO strap. Fantastic for summertime. Anyway, guys, Reverie watches. Let's learn a little bit more about them. Reverie, or a small micro brand out of Singapore, created by a gentleman by the name of Samuel. Now, he got in touch with me and he said, Federico, we are a new brand, we're a small micro brand, we only have 2 models right now, both limited to 125 pieces. I'd love you to review one of my watches. I said, let me take a look at the website, and I really liked what I saw. So I said, sure, send one right over. However, I have to be 100% honest. And before we get into the hands-on part of the review, I have to let you know I was pretty impressed. So Reverie, they make the one model called the Sea Spirit, and it comes either in a blue or a black dial. And they go for $425 a piece. Now, these are small-ish 41mm cushion-shaped watches housing a Miyota Movement. And they're made in a very, very small batch. So, let's take a look at what I think, and let's switch it up. Welcome back. Here you can see the beautiful black leatherette box of the Reverie Sea Spirit, and I actually think it's a really nice touch. Name embossed, beautiful travel pouch. Especially when we're talking about a lower priced watch, I love when the box is not like a big mahogany piece of useless expense. This is a beautiful, very versatile travel box. And I expect when I go on trips, I might stick my Sea Spirit in there, or maybe another piece. So let's open it up. Here we can see some documentation. What's this here? And here we have a note from the founder. Dear Federico, thank you for doing the review. I trust that you will enjoy your Sea Spirit in the years to come. Cheers, Samuel T. That's a real nice touch. Thank you, Samuel. And it's stuff like this that gives me confidence in certain brands. The owner actually cares. I know it's a small gesture, but it means a lot. And here we have the manual. Now, the Sea Spirit does come with a 1-year international warranty. And then here we have the watch. That's a beautiful, beautiful presentation. Here we have a sailcloth strap with the Reverie logo on the buckle, leather backed, nice little touch. I noticed they have the quick release pins as well, so you can change out the strap yourself. And for the main event here, we have the watch. This is the Reverie Sea Spirit with the blue dial. Now, I was just told by Samuel that it is a limited edition of 125, and there are only 29 watches left. So if you are interested, go ahead to the website and take a look. Now, this is a 41mm cushion case with this beautiful guilloche dial. This beautiful guilloche dial that Reverie is so well known for. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it's got a beautiful knurled pattern. It's got a date and an offset second hand and some hands with lume. Now, this also has a signed crown. Please ignore that little bit of blue in there. That's a little bit of plastic I was not able to get off the crown. It comes very well protected. It comes with the Reverie signed buckle on a deployant clasp, which is great, and a Miyota caseback. Now, this is hand winding, but it is not hackable, and it comes with a 50-hour power reserve. And actually, it's a pretty decently decorated Miyota. You can see some Geneva striping there, a cutout on the rotor, what actually I think is standard, but it is a good-looking movement for something that is so utilitarian and Spartan. I also love the numbers on the dial. It's very, very legible, and I love the off-center seconds. It gives it a great, great personality. Now, as you can see, the corner of the cases are brushed, and the rest is high polished. That's a pretty high quality detail for a watch at this price point. But in my opinion, this watch isn't entirely perfect. There are a couple of things that I don't particularly love. One or two quality things and one or two aesthetic choices that I would change. Now let's talk about that date aperture. Now it uses a standard Miyota date wheel, which is a little bit boring in my opinion, and it cheapens the watch. And if you can see on the frame of the date wheel is not 100% perfectly cut out. It's just a little bit goes past the paint edges, which kind of bothers me a little bit. I mean, it's such a beautiful dial, it's so well detailed, the number printing is perfect, but that date window is not perfect, and that kind of bugs me a little bit. The next thing is the hands. The hands are sword hands. Now, I don't know if that would be my choice for this watch. I find them a little bit thick for the case, and the loom is certainly nothing to write home about. However, the timekeeping has been perfect within 5 seconds a day, and the movement is extremely smooth. I also love the kind of onion crown. It's a great little detail. There is one little quality control issue with my watch, which I have to let you guys know about. And that is whatever watchmaker assembled this piece left a very juicy fingerprint on the rotor, right there to the bottom right. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I might need a macro lens, but to the naked eye, it certainly is there. And that is one of the few issues I have with this watch. Now, apart from what I mentioned, I think you're getting a lot with the Reverie Sea Spirit. It's a Microbrand, so it's very unique, and you guys know I value that. It's got a sapphire crystal, 100-meter water resistant, an automatic movement, a beautiful dial, one of the most beautiful dials out there, and more importantly, it's got a ton of personality. For $425, it certainly isn't perfect, but overall, my impressions are more than positive. Anyway, let's switch back to the studio and have a quick wrist shot. Alright, and welcome back. Now here's a quick wrist shot of the 41mm Reverie Sea Spirit. And you know what? On the wrist, I think it looks great. Now, as I mentioned, it's not the perfect piece. Couple of little issues, the fingerprint on the movement. While it can happen to anybody, I thought it was, kind of hilarious. And the date window and date wheel need a little bit of work. But once again, I think you get a lot in this package. Even the strap is pretty high quality, and I love that they include a second strap as well. I would, however, like them to raise their international warranty from 1 to 2 years, which is considered industry standard. Anyway, guys, what do you think of the Reverie Sea Spirit? I think ton of personality for the price. I'll leave a link below if you want to check out their products. Also, please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'll also leave a link to that below. And we're almost at 7,000 subscribers, which is pretty awesome. I can't believe we've made it this far in such a short time. So keep hitting that subscribe button and that like button. It really does help, and let's get to the top together. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Federico Talks Watches, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.